Ta-da. That's what it looks like under here. Anyway, good morning. Last night I slept for at least 8 hours. At least. And then I woke up at like 7:40 something. Now it's 4 hours later and it's time to get out of bed. The theme for today, relaxed, slow. I watched a video on urgency a few days ago, like maybe day before yesterday. Really good video, because I always rush, like, you know, those TikTok videos about when someone doesn't have a sense of agency. I'm one of those people who has a sense of agency and I'm panicking, like, I'm panicking, I'm gonna lose my job. I mean, like in day-to-day life. Then I watched the video and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so true. Yes, I have never accepted anything a day in my life. I have always resisted. I just did something very risky. Just got this book. Now, if you have me on TikTok, I think, where I talk about the contemporary romance genre and how I'm not a fan of it too much nowadays. And here I go, getting a whole new one. Someone described this as sort of literary fiction, not even kidding. I know it's not, but I'm also willing to overlook that and read this because it does sound kind of good. Also, my friend the day before yesterday messaged me and she was like, hey, like, I'm looking for book recs. I was so honored. It was like a pleasant surprise for her to reach out and be like, I read this book and I liked it, and I was wondering if you have any recs. Let me know if this is valid or not. The book she described is like YA vibes. So I said, this is also a star because this author and John Green, I think, were kind of popular at the same time. It's just that John Green had more books out and like movies and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, she also has movies out. See the similarities? And I said, oh yeah, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And I don't know if it's YA, but I think it still fits the vibe. It was popular on Book Talk, but I also know it's not like some people's cup of tea. Like, I've seen very mixed reviews, especially lately. So I hope she likes that if she picks it up. I also recommended The Hate You Give. Come on, like that's very... And then also recommended One of Us is Lying. So that's a YA mystery. Did I forget anything else? Oh yeah, Both Die at the End. I read that book really late on the bandwagon. I was really late. Loved it. Wasn't expecting to like it. Loved it. It is a sad book, so maybe I should have given her the heads up. This is The Hate You Give. This is amantle.marobela stamping the cover, and I remember there was some controversy. And then I also have with me One of Us is Next. This is the sequel to One of Us is Lying. I read One of Us is Lying on ebook, and then I read this. I got it from Exclusive Books for 66 pila. Hello, crazy.
That's kind of scary with YouTube because I have to have something to say to you guys, you know what I mean? Or maybe I don't even, I don't know. But it feels like I do. And I feel like it's disappointing when I don't have something to say.
Into
He's American, and I'm trying to figure out who the American is, all right? Once again, I got your favorite panel in the building, Eddie Law, Vernon Wright, Aaron Bragg, and yes, it's back, baby, it's Trevor
I'm gonna pick out a movie to watch because I haven't watched one in like weeks. I don't even know how long it's been. Months, maybe. I don't know. I want to talk about the inspiration for the title of this video, or the theme of this video, which is basically urgency, or a feeling of chronic urgency, a chronic sense of urgency. The other week I watched 13 Going on 30. One of the songs in 13 Going on 30 is Billy Joel Vienna. If you know that song, you can like imagine why that would inspire me to contemplate urgency. If you don't know the lyrics, there's this line. Basically, the theme of the song is, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? So it's basically talking about not rushing to get to where we want to go. I have that kind of vibe or that feeling, even if I'm not like rushing to a certain destination. I just feel like I'm running out of time. To be fair, we are on Earth for a limited amount of time, like all of us. And so that's always like kind of stuck with me. And so I wrote a Substack where I talk about, where I say I need to find a balance between taking my time to do things as well as actually doing things and not waiting for the right time. Like I needed to find a balance between those two things. And I was really wondering, like, how am I gonna do that? Anyway, then I bumped into a TikTok 3 days ago, 4 days ago, about this chronic sense of urgency when you are always rushing. You're telling your nervous system that there's a reason to be in fight or fight. This might sound a bit woohoo, but literally, if you go watch the TikTok, like, it makes sense. And it's something like I know for sure that I have always done. I remember a few years ago, like 2023, I remember I was cooking the pressure cooker. I forgot what I was trying to remove from there, but I was actually like, oh yeah, I think it was rice. I put like most of the contents into a tumbler, and I'm actually like really rushing and like so impatient to remove all the greens. And I'm like, what the hell is my problem? Like, why am I in such a rush? He also said, rushing is resistance to whatever life experience you're having, which is something I really struggle with. I really struggle with acceptance. Yeah, like I'm just always resistant to anything. And so I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like I do struggle with acceptance and resistance. And of course, if I'm like, I need to be doing this, like I'm not here in the moment right now. I'm trying to change something. And so I'm trying to adopt this thing where I'm like, I'm not rushing. And to be honest, I think I have been doing that. It's such a subtle but intentional shift. Yo, my memory cut out, so let me stop doing all that yeah paper. Let me just close off and say this. That vibe of like I wanna read all the books, I wanna listen to all the music, I wanna watch all the movies is so me. And I'm realizing that the reason why I kind of feel like a headless chicken when it comes to that stuff is because I feel like I'm running out of time to do those things. So I need to just like sit down. What do I wanna do today? I wanna read a book. Okay. Pick up the book. Though I am generally indecisive, so I still don't know if I want to watch a movie right now or read my book, the one I talked about yesterday. That's it for the sense of urgency. But anyways, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And I haven't vlogged in a long time. I don't know if I'm gonna include that clip here, but I was just talking about how